The front door explodes open behind her. By the time she reaches the road, blood is already running down her sleeve, and something enormous is following. She slips on broken asphalt and loses the flashlight. The darkness ahead feels safer than whatever is gaining ground behind her. A vehicle appears through the rain. Before she can wave for help, it turns around and disappears without stopping. 12 hours earlier, she arrives at an isolated estate left to her by a relative she barely knew. The property seems abandoned, yet the front gate is already open. Her older companion immediately wants to leave. The silence around the building feels staged rather than natural. Inside, hundreds of handmade figures fill the walls and shelves. Every face appears slightly unfinished. One display cabinet contains photographs with the faces carefully removed. No names remain anywhere in the room. A hidden latch behind a mirror opens a compartment. Inside waits a brass key wrapped in yellowed cloth. The key matches no visible door. That night, distant footsteps echo from somewhere beneath the floorboards. She follows the sound and discovers scratch marks leading underground. The marks are fresh. A locked steel hatch blocks her path. From the other side comes a single knock. When she calls out, the knocking stops immediately. Something begins dragging across the floor below. Her companion insists they leave before sunset. The estate suddenly loses power. While searching for the generator, they find food supplies recently opened. Someone has been living here. A woman emerges from the darkness and claims to be the caretaker. Her explanation answers nothing. She warns them never to enter the underground levels. Then she disappears before they can ask another question. Later, a distant scream shakes the estate. It lasts only a second before cutting off. The brass key finally reveals its purpose. A concealed elevator opens behind a wall panel. Below the estate sits a network of rooms filled with motionless figures. Some are not figures at all. A massive bald man steps from behind the displays and locks the exit. For the first time, she understands that nobody here was ever meant to leave. The massive man says nothing. He simply watches as the elevator rises without them, carrying away their only easy escape. Her companion grabs a metal rod and swings first. The strike lands, but he barely reacts. The man charges through the displays. Glass explodes across the floor as both women scatter in opposite directions. She squeezes through a maintenance opening and crawls into darkness. Behind her, heavy footsteps continue without hurry. The corridor ends at a storage room filled with suitcases. Every case contains clothing sorted by size and color. Several garments still carry identification cards. The dates span more than 20 years. She hears her companion calling for help nearby. The voice sounds strained but genuine. When she reaches the source, nobody is there. The voice repeats again from a different direction. The realization arrives too late. Someone has been using recordings. A door opens behind her. The silver-haired caretaker calmly invites her inside before the man returns. The room contains maps, security monitors, and emergency supplies. It looks like a refuge prepared long ago. The caretaker claims she has secretly protected captives for years. Her story sounds impossible, yet the evidence appears convincing. Together they locate the companion on a monitor. She is locked alone inside a greenhouse. The caretaker offers a route leading directly to the greenhouse. She insists there is little time. They move quickly through maintenance passages. Every turn seems planned in advance. The greenhouse door stands open when they arrive. Her companion is gone. Fresh footprints circle the room but never leave it. The pattern makes no sense. A hidden speaker clicks on. Her companion's voice begs her to run immediately. The caretaker suddenly locks the greenhouse door from outside. Her helpful mask disappears. For the first time, the woman admits the truth. Nobody is being protected here, they are being collected. The caretaker explains that every person brought to the estate is assigned a room, a number, and a place in a growing collection. Most never survive long enough to understand why. Before leaving, she reveals something worse. The companion was never taken away from the greenhouse. A section of floor collapses beneath a row of planters. Underneath lies a hidden chamber. She climbs down and finds her companion chained inside a narrow enclosure. The rescue is real, but the trap clearly is not over. The chains are secured with industrial locks. Breaking them would take hours they do not have. Her companion reveals she overheard conversations between the captors. A transport vehicle is expected before sunrise. Whoever arrives will not be another victim. The estate is part of something larger. Searching the chamber, she discovers maintenance tools hidden behind loose bricks. Among them is a bolt cutter. The first lock snaps open. The sound echoes far beyond the room. Almost immediately, machinery starts somewhere above. Someone heard it. The women escape into a service passage moments before the massive man reaches the chamber. Instead of chasing directly, he begins closing steel barriers throughout the underground network. One route after another disappears. The estate itself seems designed to herd people. They eventually find a maintenance map attached to a wall. Several tunnels extend beyond the property boundary. The marked exits all converge at one location. Every escape route leads through the forest. They finally reach an exterior hatch and emerge beneath moonlight. For the first time, freedom feels possible. Several hundred meters ahead, they spot emergency lights moving through the trees. Rescue appears to be close. As they approach, they realize the lights belong to the transport vehicle described earlier. It has arrived ahead of schedule. Men begin unloading large wooden crates. Several are already occupied. One crate suddenly moves from the inside. They are not witnessing deliveries. They are witnessing acquisitions.